Hi, James from Vintage Bricks. Welcome. Today we are going to go dive into that dark place, the Dark Forest, where the Dark Forestmen live, where Lego revamped the Forestmen set, and we'll see how they did it and how it holds up. In addition to our normal review, we'll be touching on some playability features and then the all-important history of the set. So let's jump in and get going. Okay, let's do our spin review. Remember, it's 1996, and Lego's kind of moving away from traditional castle sets to more of the playable sets, and they'll go into what they call juniorized sets in the next few years after this. And this set has, on its unique base plate, it's a tricked out forest. Look at that even comes down. That's part of the branch, and then you have the, you can go into their lair up there, and there's new torsos. And of course, there's these dragon knights here. We'll talk more about them later. And they have this is a pretty nice cart. And inside the cart, they actually have a treasure in here. The treasure is Magisto's spell book, and it's hidden away. So maybe if they get robbed by the Forestmen, Dark Forestmen, they'll just take the gold and leave the spell book. I hope so, because Magisto needs that. And on the back here, you can see. I think this guy might be the official Robin Hood. I can mention later, I'm not sure about that. Hey, we have a drawbridge, pretty typical of these. Now, they could have used a little more detail in the set, but again, it's kind of a trap set, so lots of little things everywhere you look. Now, this is one of the better catapults. Now, watch this. It bounced off. That thing fires. So that was an interesting engineering feat. So and there's a nice little hideaway. They've kind of cut out this tree and made us barracks. So maybe it's not a hideaway because there's a window here, a little red shutter or blue shutter that goes on it. And at the top of the tree, this is great. They put the skeleton, and the skeleton's still alive. And he comes out at night, maybe he protects the forest. I'm not really sure but you don't want to be trapped up there with them. I know that for sure. So similar to the Perilous Pitfall and the pirate theme, this set was only released in North America, I believe. So it's kind of the limited production and made it fairly expensive on the secondary market. But let's enjoy it as we do a playability feature now. On the box, it gives us an idea of the storyline. It says, will the sneaky bandits from the Dark Forest nab the king's gold? So let's find out. The Dragon Knights are taking a shortcut through the forest with the king's gold. And, Robin Hood says, you can't come through here. This is my land. Yes, we can. We'll fight you for it. Well, Robin Hood says, if you fight me for it, I'll have to put you up in a cage with our little friend up here, the skeleton. Oh, the king's men aren't fooled by that. But meanwhile, Robin Hood men are pulling out the gold from the back of the carriage and sneaking it away. Oh, good move, Robin Hood. Way to distract him. So Robin's men, okay, you win. He takes off, and the Dragon Knight says, we won. And they quickly leave the forest. Little do they know the king won't be very happy when there's no gold. But certainly Robin Hood and his men are very happy because they have the gold. There you have it, how an 8-year-old might play with the set. So let's look at the minifigures. All 6 of these minifigures are all different torsos, different faces, and these are the two main ones. And the expensive one, why this set is so expensive, is between these two guys. Boy, okay, so we had, there's Robin's men, maybe Robin Hood, or maybe that's Robin Hood, I'm not sure. These guys are definitely the helper Robin, Dark Forest, Robin men. Forestmen, and look, there's a Dragon Knight and another Dragon Knight that's carrying a Black Knight shield. We'll go into that in a minute in the history. So here's all 6 again, and plus there's a skeleton somewhere in the closet. Okay, let's go through the history. I'll try not to be confusing because it is confusing a teeny bit. It started off in 1987 when the Forestmen came in, and there they are, pretty classic looking. Look at those guys. But now in 96, the Dark Forest, they've changed them a bit. Different torsos, different faces. Just really, I guess, an upgrade. Different for sure. The Black Knights, a powerful theme. And their shield, it was in the Dark Forest. There it is right there. So and it's on a dragon Masters guy. That is just really interesting. It's almost like the Dragon Masters and the Black Knights kind of joined forces. And as we can tell, there are 2 Dragon Knights in our Dark Forest Fortress set. And then in 1995, the Royal Knights came out, and they showed up in the Hemlock Forest set. Dark Forest were very inclusive of all these sets. So I'd say that the Dark Forest, all in all, is like a good sequel. The original Forestmen is, I think, more classic. You know, perhaps Lego is really gearing up for their next theme, the Fright Nights, with had almost 15 sets compared to the Dark Forest 3. Thank you for visiting Vintage Bricks. Hey, if you think of it, please subscribe. That would mean a whole lot to me. And see you again soon.